Hey, good evening. Welcome to the show. And here we are on this very autumnal Thursday night. And it's been a very interesting day. Lots of great things happening, excuse me, uh, equally, lots of tiring things happening. But, what do you got to do? You got to get on with it, haven't you? You've got to make things happen. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, I've got to make it happen. I got to motivate. I gotta help. I gotta whatever you pay out, it's gonna come back to you. So if you're paying out positivity, you're paying out help, wishes, love, strength, it's gonna come back to you. So if you're watching me tonight on Facebook, please scoot out of Facebook over onto YouTube. Go into YouTube, type in YouTube, Paul Francis Medium, right across the top. Okay, type Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you right back to this show. Subscribe to the show, click the little bell icon. We're back in and we're in business. So it's Thursday, the 20th of September. I got to think about it. And here we are, Spirit Quest. Got a few things I got to talk about tonight as we're heading into that time of the year where ghost hunting is. I really don't like to use the term ghost hunting, but for the sake of words, not behind it. Because when I become a spirit, last thing I want to do is be hunted, right? Lynn and Jackie, both in the room. Lovely to see you guys. Welcome to the show. Quick question to you two. Can you hear me okay? Is everything tickety boo? And that's really important as what happened on Monday night. So I'm going to assume you can hear me. I'm just going to move the camera back a little smidge. There we go. Just push the camera back a bit so I can, because I feel like the camera's like right here. Mary, welcome to the show. Great to see you, darling. Lovely to be here. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to share the show, like the show. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, like the show. Mary, come out of Facebook. I throw Facebook away. Come out of Facebook. Go into YouTube, and in the search bar at the top, just type in Paul Francis Medium, and you'll be straight back here. All right, and it'll bring you straight back here. And you'll get a link to the show. And once you've subscribed and you hit the little bell icon, every time I do a show, you'll get a link to it, and it'll tell you where I'm live. 20 it's the 21st. Oh, of course, yesterday was the 20th. 21st. Yes, it is 21st. Thank you, Wax. Wacky Jackie Wacky. I'm just going to open this window, a little bit of fresh air in here into this room. You probably hear some farm animals actually out there because we're in the country now, and the air is lush. It's quiet. It's dark at night. I mean, proper dark. You know what I mean? Proper pitch black dark at night. Like, it reminds me when I was back at home in Ireland. Oh my gosh. Lynn says I can hear you great. It's taking you a wee while to respond, actually. And that's a bit worried about that. Sherry Burns, hi everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. Sending love and positive energy to all who need it. Well, Sherry, thank you for doing that. Actually, Shari, you're going to enjoy what I want to talk about tonight. There's a thing that I'm creating shortly, which I think you guys will want to be majorly want to be a part of it. Excuse me a sec. I know I'm drinking a named brand who doesn't sponsor me. So if YouTube need to, they can blur it out. But I need a bit of energy tonight. Enough said. It's not Red Bull. So as long as you can hear me, great. That's what it's all about. Now, no idea what happened on, no clue about what happened on Monday night. I sent the link to Roger to come on the show, and for some reason it decided, boom, it just wanted to cut off all the audio to the show. So whilst I'm doing it directly through the camera, I won't do that again. When we're back in the studio, it's a different kind of fish, a big digital recording studio. So I have multiples of ways of sending out messages and sending out links to people, whereas I can't do it here because it's just straight through the camera. So once we're in the new studio, all of that will be I'm going to have multiples of guests on the show, and we're going to be doing lots of stuff. We're doing some live feeds. We're going to be doing actually out shooting live on different paranormal investigations, different paranormal events, and all of those will be up on our YouTube. But yes, today's the 21st. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. I remember it being, it feels like last week. Maya was saying, Dad, listen, we need to go and get a few bits and pieces for college. I start college next week, and that was, the first week of September. And all of a sudden, we're on the 21st. That means 3 weeks has gone past. What happened to those 3 weeks? Whoosh. You mean we're literally around the corner from October? We're literally right around the corner from October. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. What's annoying me, I don't know if you guys get annoyed by it. I really don't enjoy walking into a store, irrespective of the store name. I really don't enjoy walking into a store and seeing, the Halloween stuff, which is great. But on the opposite aisle, Christmas stuff, I really don't enjoy that. It's I want Christmas in December. I don't want Christmas in September. We're in September, okay? I don't even want to see it really until the very last few days of October. And it's the reason they do that is they're killing. They're basically they're killing the spirit of Christmas by doing it like that. It's about commercial. It's about getting and buying now, and it's not about getting and buying the Christmas spirit. It's about absorbing and family and energy and sharing, not about purchases. So I really, oh God, it drives me nuts when I walk into a store. And I walked into a couple of, shall we say, very, very highly respected stores, um, only to find Christmas stuff being put out on display. Really didn't like that. Okay, excuse me 1 second. If I don't close that door, then I can hear everybody downstairs, and I don't want to do that. Michelle Weatherly, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Hi, first time here. My parents passed 6 weeks apart. I'm really sorry to hear that. And sending you all our love to be dealing with something that treacherous. So I'm very sorry to hear that. Kimmy, welcome, Kimmy. Good to see you. Excuse me. Welcome to the show. I can advise all of you guys on Facebook to come out of Facebook completely. For an example, Michelle, I can't see your face even, for example. So come out of Facebook, go into YouTube. Come out of Facebook completely. Go over to YouTube. In the search bar at the top of YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium, literally Paul Francis Medium, and it'll take you straight back to our show. And in which case, then I invite you to subscribe, which is all free of charge, and then hit the little bell icon, and that will actually tell you every time I'm doing a show. So listen, there are a minimum of 7 people on the show already, and no likes. Let's get them likes. So click those likes if you're on Facebook. Sorry, if you're on YouTube, click the likes. And it's really important that those likes are hit on, especially if you're watching me on YouTube tonight. So Kimmy, Michelle, Shari, or whoever else is on Facebook, come out of Facebook. Lisa is in the house. Michigan is in the house. It's been a while. Yes, Lisa, I wonder what happened to you. I'm glad to see you back, by the way. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. And don't forget, share the show, guys. Share links to your Facebook friends, to your groups, to all of that. To share the show, get it out there. But really, really important to me, hit those likes. Okay, it's really important. Julie Sharp, good evening, Paul. Hope you're all well. Julie, we're doing great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those beautiful sentiments. And I wish it would the same with you. I hope you and your family are all doing great as we start to get into these early dark. Now, this, 20 minutes to 8 here in the UK. So it's 20 minutes to 8 p.m. and it's already fairly dark. I agree. I work with a well-known store and we have it too. I'm sorry to hear that. That would drive me nuts. But by the time we get through to Christmas, we're already bored with all of the memorabilia and all of the festivities. I was in a major store 3 days ago. What day is today's Thursday? Yeah, Monday. Yes, I was at a major store on Monday, and the entire top floor had huge Santas, the same size as me, and all of the all of the merry-go-round and tons of all Christmassy stuff. And I was like, no, no, I don't like this. No, and in fact, I actually didn't even purchase anything in that store. I left that store, and when I was really disappointed. Amanda's in the house. Good evening, Amanda. Welcome to the show. And you're on YouTube as well. Get in there, girl. Rock on, John. Hit that like button for me. Make sure you all hit that like button. It's just at the bottom of where you're watching and typing and working and whatever. At the bottom of it, there'll be a thumb. Make sure you click that like button and make sure you share. There'll be an arrow pointing one way or the other. Click that arrow, send it out to your groups on Facebook, send it out to your friends and family, get them to come on to the YouTube connection. That's more important. So I'm going to wait for a wee while, and then I'm going to be talking about something that's really, really new, going to be happening, which I really invite you all to become a part of. I really think you'll enjoy it. I really think you'll get a lot out of it. And I really think with it, you're going to be able to help a lot of people. Okay, something that I was a part of up until recently, which I've decided to come out of and go on my own and expand it a bit further, because the people who I was teaching it on couldn't really grasp it. So I've let them carry on with the way they want to do theirs, which is fine. And I've just decided to do it my way, but do it a little differently than what they do, because I work with a different level of energy. So these were people who had good intentions and good hearts, but no training whatsoever, and wouldn't take training, which is, I think, kind of unwise. But hey, I'm not a judge. I'm not judgmental. Each to their own. So Lynn says, please share the show to family, friends, and especially your groups. Literally just what I just read. So here we are, 7:45 p.m. UK time, and it's Spirit Quest. It means the journey of life. So it's all about you, not about me. It's about me answering questions for you guys. So if you've got any questions for me, please put them to me tonight, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. That young lady, Kimmy, said that her parents had passed away within 6 weeks of each other, right? But what is that you need to know? Tina Cantu. Hey, Tina, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Once again, and please, 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 everybody who's watching me tonight on YouTube, make sure you click that like button and make sure you share the show. That's really important. So if you've got any questions for me tonight, then please put them to me now, because a bit later on, I will be definitely going into something new. I'm just waiting for more people to join in, a lot more people who would normally watch the show. I have no idea what technical issues happened, no idea whatsoever. All I did was literally share a link to Roger to invite him in, but that's not a link that you guys would get. It's a StreamYard link that's inside the system. Roger's a part of StreamYard, so I sent him a link to come into the studio, and it shut off all of my audio. And for some reason, you could see me, but you couldn't hear me. So uniquely enough, it was pretty much at the end of the show anyway. I was only planning to go on for another 10, 15 minutes. So it was a kind of a way of saying, right, it's a night, now it's time to call it a night. So I came out, and just to check all the equipment, I went back in again and reset up another live, and everybody could hear me. So it was just that one glitch at that one time that sent everything haywire. I really do believe that it's probably because of the systems I'm using here, which is a camera that's direct to the internet going through StreamYard. See, back in normality, shall I say, I would be going through a computer system, a studio computer system that will go into another studio that goes into your YouTube and Facebook and everything else. Whereas this camera just goes directly into one thing. So we got already got an idiot jumping in here who trying to say that they are a psychic and they're about as psychic as my bottle of Lucozade. So best thing to do is block that person, please, guys, and delete any comments they have. So these guys here don't come in here with my I don't invite them. They're not here as my guests. So please do not look at them. Do not indulge them. What they're trying to do is get into your system, link in through a back door, and they'll most likely try and access your finances and bank accounts. They are rip-off merchants. Do not trust them. Okay. Julia Evans has joined the show. Good evening, Julia. Good to see you, my darling. Sue Widdicombe. Sue, good evening. Welcome to the show as always. Sue, that Tina Juliana, do not request them as a friendship. They are basically liars and cheats. So don't request them as a friendship. That idiot. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to even get rid of it. So little Sue says, good evening to everybody. Good evening, Sue. Welcome to the show. So sorry, Paul. I thought it was funny. My sense of humor. Bless you going back in. No, that's all right, Jules. That's all right, Jules. I appreciate it. Humor is the best way to be able to handle stuff like that, through humor. Otherwise, you just get so stressed out, and you just don't need it, do you? So Lynn's in Facebook as well, watching out for those idiots. Okay, she's like my little Rottweiler. Anyway, so if you've got any questions, please put your questions to me now, because it's really good. Remember, your question will be for you, obviously, but it'll also be a way where we can help everybody else through the answer. How do I block them? On the right-hand side, Sue, you'll see like 3 little dots. If you click on those little dots, it'll say to you, block user, block whatever. It'll give you ways and means. Carol, welcome to the show. Good to see you. So, Sue, I don't know what you're watching me on. If you're watching me on a tablet or an iPhone, on the right-hand side, you'll see 3 little dots. Just click on those little dots, and it'll give you an option of what you can do with those people. Unfortunately, the option that I'd like to do with those people isn't there. But I'll leave your minds to work that one out. Carol, good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Please, 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 if you've got any questions for me tonight, put them to me now. Also, if you've got any opportunity to share the show, please do that too. But here's what I really need of all y'all: hit that like button. So far, there's 11 people in the room, and only 5 people have hit the like button. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Sue Vinicum, come out of Facebook, come into YouTube. Go into YouTube. Excuse me a second. Wow, it's getting dark really early. I'm really thirsty tonight. So, have you any questions for me tonight? In about 10 minutes' time, I'm going to be talking about something really, really new. I'm waiting for Roger and Faye to join us. So Lynn's given you. So Lisa says, liked and shared. Thank you very much, Lisa. Appreciate that, my love. So put your questions to me, and let's get some Q&A going. Let's get anything you want to talk about. A question that I get asked a lot on private messaging or email, or emails coming direct from my website, is what happens at the moment of our crossing. Well, all of the people that I've spoken with, all of the people who had NDEs, near-death experience, have all said roughly the same thing. There's like a popping sensation, and then you leave the physical. Now, an NDE is going to be somewhat different, isn't it, or to those who cross over, because we're still with energy. We're still connected to the physical, to the body, because the body's still alive. And then we experience what we're going to experience in spirit. And I've had 2 experiences, 2 NDEs. But the moment that, for all of the spirits that I've dealt with over the last 35, 40 years, what I'm being told constantly is we're met immediately by the person who's assigned to cross us over. That could be a mom, dad, husband, wife, brother, sister, somebody like that, somebody very close to us. They're the ones who comes and meet us, and they say, everything's fine, come with me. Now, this is coming directly from energies I've spoken with. They've said they've just invited me to come with them, and everything is going to be fine. Now, the way I sort of get you guys to think about it is this. Imagine now what you may feel. Imagine that you walk into a house or a hotel or a room or a place where all of your family are there that you haven't seen in multiples of years. Now, I'm talking about that being here on the earth plane just as a normality. You're going to be so excited. All the people you haven't seen for years, you're going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, wow, how cool, how cool. Now, imagine what it's going to be like when that same thing happens, but it's all of the people that you have mourned, all the people that you had considered you'd lost, all of the people that had passed away and you'd shed endless tears for, and endless minutes and moments and hours of yearning for them to come back and all of that. Imagine what that's going to be like when you walk into the midst of all of these people that you thought you'd lost. Imagine what that's going to be like. So it's when people say, oh my God, such and such has passed away, I go, I'm really sorry to hear that. And I am, not for them who've crossed over, but for you, the person that's lost them, because you're the one that actually is going through the suffering. They're not, because they're going into what I've just explained. They're going into a place where they're going to be surrounded by all of the people they thought they had lost forever. Okay, they're welcomed into a place where it's, we even don't have a name to cover it. We don't have a word. It's not even love. It's like being inside love. It's even more impressive. It's like absolute tranquility, absolute peace, love, all of that wrapped up in one. And you got all the people that you lost. So why would I be worried about them? I'm not. I'm worried about you guys. So that's what happens through my experiences and my interaction with spirit. Let's have an answer. Let's have a couple of these questions. Do spirits help us heal from the other side? If they don't think we should pass yet, right? Well, here's the thing, Julia. Great question, by the way, and thank you for that. Yes, they do help. They do. They are incorporated with healing energy. They can focus energy around us, and they can help us. But it's not up to them to decide whether it's our time to pass or not. Okay, it's a higher level. So in the situation where I was, and again, I'm going by my own experiences, I was being surrounded by all these people who were putting their fingers on my head, and they were touching me all over, head, shoulders, torso, everywhere. And I couldn't see them. They were like, as if you can imagine somebody standing in front of a light. They were silhouetted. And then they said, it's time for you to go back. Okay. And I said, I genuinely remember this. I said, I don't want to go back. I know I don't have to go back. I want to stay here. And they went, no, 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 you need to go back. And they said really gently that, and you need to go back. You've got a lot more work to do. You need to go back. We're here to help you. We're here to heal you. It's time for you to go back. And I went, I'm not going back. And I know you can't make me. And they went, boop. And down I came. They went, boop, like that, right there. Boop. And I went, and I felt myself coming down, and I could see the top of my head. I was looking down, thinking, oh, that's strange. And I remember looking to the left like that, and I could see a corridor on my left-hand side. And there was a gentleman walking along the corridor, and he was holding one of those, those drip things, on casters. Push it along, and you got the bags that run into cannulas in your arm. And he had people each side of him with their hands on his shoulders like this. So this is why I'm coming to you to answer your question, Jewel. So these people that had their hands on his shoulders on both sides of him as they were walking up the corridor. And I looked to the people in the same ward as me, and there was people both sides of them. So it was people, and I remember thinking to myself, "Oh, it's visiting time, is it?" Like that. And the next thing I went poof like that, and as I woke up, opened these physical eyes, all of the people that I could see when I was coming down were gone. I could see the tail end of the gentleman with the trolley thing, and he had nobody around him. I looked around the room like that, and there was nobody around anybody else. And I said to the guy next to me, I said, "Where's everybody gone?" He said, "What do you mean? Where's everybody gone?" And I said, "Is it visiting?" He said, "No, visiting's not for another 2 hours." I was like, "Oh my God, okay." And then I started evaluating. Now, my dear friend Anne is just said to me, hi, how do I see everyone's comments? I can't see any, and I don't know how they can see me." Well, no, we can't see you, Anne. I don't know why we can't see you, but hopefully you can, when you come into, if you're obviously watching me, you'll listen to hear what I'm saying. I don't know why you can't be seen. I've no idea. By the way, it tells me how many people shared the show, and only one of you have shared the show. Okay. Um, so, mm, give me a second and let me figure that out for a second. And I'm not too sure what I can do. But if Lynn, if you can put a link to the show on one of my Facebook pages, okay, and type in Anne, and you know, obviously in the link, and then maybe Anne will be able to see that link and click on it. Right. So in answer again to Jules, they're there bringing a universal healing energy through, yes, but they don't decide whether it's our time or not. A higher purpose does. All right. Tina says, Paul, I have been in a bad spot lately. I've got really ill over the last few months. Do you ever see anything changing for me? And however am I going to get better? Tina, it's kind of you're asking for a read per se, and I don't do reads on a Thursday night, but I can answer your question because it's kind of linked in with what I'm about to talk about. Number one is healing. Okay, healing is 50% of healing is your own thought process. Okay, the strongest and most powerful healing tool you have is your body. Okay, it's it's a magical mechanical system that knows how to heal itself. It knows itself how to do it. Now, you have to really back that system up with your mindset. Okay. So, what I would be saying to do, Tina, is meditate and surround yourself with love, energy, and healing energy, and specifically healing angels. Okay. And one of the top healing archangels is the Archangel Jophiel. Okay. And he's a healing angel. So they will bring in very intense healing, but it really is, I could surround you with all of the healing energy that the universe and the earth has to offer. I could surround you with healing angels and healing archangels. But if your mindset is not into you healing, none of it will work. Okay. So you really have to start here in thine. That's where that old saying came from: healer, heal thyself. Okay. So you must start within yourself and wanting to get stronger, wanting to get better, knowing absolutely you're going to be healed within a specific time frame. Okay. Now, when I was talking about what happened to me, within 3 days of that happening to me, I was walking out the front door of the hospital. Okay. So really, you will get better, but you must want to get better. You must put all of that process into place. You must put that thought pattern into place, and you must not deviate from that thought. So you've got to say, right, okay, do you know what? That's it. I've had enough of being unwell. I've had it. I've had enough. Okay. I'm now going to focus on getting stronger. I'm going to focus on the negativity, and I always, for me personally, I always see it like dark smoke, like soot that you would find in a chimney. I see it being pulled out of me. Okay. And I see when it's pulled out of me, I see it being replaced with the white light of love and divine protection. So love, healing, angelic energy coming in to replace the negative energy. So I see it being pulled out of me in every direction and being replaced with the white light of love and divine energy. Give that a shot and see how you get on. Do you do health questions, says Carol? Well, that's all I've been doing tonight so far. So hopefully those questions and those answers might help you. Shari says, I have a question. I have not seen my dad in years. He will be 80 next month. When my brothers and I were younger, he was amazing. Do you see if we will ever see before he passes? Shari, the very fact that you want to will start drawing that whole system into place. Okay. So you need to get in touch with your brothers and you know what? If you want that bridge to be mended, then you've got to go and mend it. Okay. Maybe dad feels in some way that he's not deserved of having a loving family around him. Maybe, something happened in his past and he's been axed with this horrible feeling like I don't deserve a good family around me. So what we have to do is then say, well, actually, that's not true. We love you and we miss you. And he might have had the wrong end of the stick, kind of, so to speak. So you may have to create that bridge. So with yourself and your brothers, go and make it happen. If you really want it to happen, it will. I promise you. But do you want it to happen? When people sit in front of me in my office, I always say, is this what you really want? And they go, well, yeah. And well, yeah, is not a good enough answer for me. I really want it to happen, then make it happen. You hear me say it on my shows regularly. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. So, Shari, make that bridge happen. Trust me, it's not going to be difficult because if you really want it to happen and your brothers really want it to happen, I'm pretty confident your dad wants it to happen too. All right? Make it happen, Captain. Sue says, my mom had that experience. She watched them from above and saving her life, and it was incredible. Yes, that's called an NDE, a near-death experience. That's what that means. And the amount of people who have told physicians, surgeons, what happened, and the surgeons actually wouldn't believe them. They were going, yeah, whatever. It's a part of the brain that gets activated when we're close to death. Da 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 da. And everybody went, no, you're talking out your arse. You said this and that and that and that while you were talking to her, and I was standing over there behind you. And the surgeons then were like, how do we prove that this? We can't prove it didn't happen because there was no way to prove it didn't happen. So they said this. This is in a top hospital in London. The surgeon said, I'll tell you what we'll do. So up on top of the lighting within the theater, they put letters and numbers. Okay. Because everybody kept saying they were up high looking down. Okay. So the surgeon said, all right, we'll wait for them. So they put these letters and numbers up on top of the lighting. And the next person said, oh, by the way, I was watching you work, and it was very strange. And the surgeon said, did you see anything strange up there? And they went, yeah, why is there letters and numbers on top of the lights? And they were like, oh, okay, wow. So they had to change their whole way of thinking about the spirit being real, because a lot of doctors don't believe that there's any such thing as spirit. They believe that it's physical, there's the metaphysical, which is the electronic system, the mind and the nervous system working, and that's it, until people started telling them different. Now, one of the biggest believers who wrote a book called something in heaven, not I've got his second book, which is called Map of Heaven. Anyway, there's this neurosurgeon, and he spent a certain amount of time, which now he became heaven. Dr. Eben Alexander, that's what his name is, Dr. Eben, Eben Alexander. So type that into Google at the end of the show, and up will come his books. I haven't started reading the second book yet, so don't ask me about it. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you. Have liked and shared. Please make sure you do share. Only one person that's shown me on my system here that has shared it. So come on, guys, share the show. Roger is in the house. Welcome. Liked and shared, says Roger. Hello, everybody. Is Roger now? My dear pal Anne is watching the show tonight. I was kind of hoping she'd be able to come in and be able to chat. I wanted to introduce you to Anne tonight. She's a wonderful, wonderful friend of mine. Was actually one of my students, one of my top students, nonetheless. And she wants to get a group session going here in the Truro area. So if you're in the Truro area and you fancy having a sort of a relaxed group session where you meditate, you chat, you interact, and you do various little sort of progressive things, then give me a call and I'll put you in contact with Anne if we can't get Anne to come live on the show tonight or be on this part of the show. Now, Roger, I don't know what happened Monday night, but I sent you a link, and as soon as I sent you a link, it shut off all the audio. All the audio just went poof, down. Don't know why. I think it's because of this camera. This camera is not like our computers, okay? It's different. It's different. This is a camera directly linked to Wi-Fi going through StreamYard. So it's not like my studio. So I'm going to assume that's maybe what happened. I don't know. But nonetheless, if you can get onto the show, I don't know how we're going to do it, but maybe we'll figure out, maybe you open the show and I come onto it and work it that way. I don't know. But we'll get something sorted where Roger and I work side by side. And I'd love to get Anne on the show as well. But she's a wonderful, wonderful person. And she wants to get, there she is. There she is. Look at that, right underneath Julia Evans, Anne Orchard. That's Anne. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, please meet my dear friend, Anne Orchard, a phenomenal psychic medium in her own right. And I know because I taught her. And a wonderful human being. Anne wants to get something going in the Truro area. So if you are interested, give us a shout, link in with Anne, send her a quick message. But I really, really want you all to welcome her. She is a dear, dear friend of mine, and I've known her for, crikey, 20 odd years. So please welcome her to the show and welcome her to our group of people. So Roger's saying, please send healing prayers to my stepdaughter, Tanya Kober. Absolutely, definitely. Now that's unique because it's kind of leading me on to what I want to talk about tonight. So you couldn't have brought that in a more stronger time, Roger. But just hang around for a minute while I just go through everybody else here. Carol Amerios sending out hearts, lovely. Sending love to Roger's daughter. Yes, we are. Positivity does help, says Julia. Faye's with her daughter Tanya tonight, so we're sending lots of love to Faye and to Tanya. Helen says, hi, Paul Francis, clairvoyant medium, psychic medium. Hello, Helen. I know a GP who has had experiences of angels when he was with patients, and when they passed. Wow, that'd be interesting. I'd love to talk to that GP, Helen, if we can. That'd be really interesting. I'd really love to talk to that person. You're welcome to the show, by the way. It's good to see you. Helen, can I invite you to come out of Facebook and go into YouTube? If you come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, and in the search bar at the top of YouTube, just type in Paul Francis Medium, okay? And that will bring you straight back to the show. And then you can click on the subscribe and then click on the little bell icon, and you won't ever miss a show. It's all free of charge. You won't ever miss a show. But equally as important, Helen, we're finding, by the way, just call me Paul. You don't have to call me Paul Francis, clairvoyant psychic medium. That's a mouthful in itself. Just Paul will be fine. And we would love to welcome you. And I really would love to talk to that GP. It'd be really interesting. My mum heard of all the conversations that the medical staff were having. So that was definitely an NDE, near-death experience. Christopher James has joined us. Hey, Paul. Chris here from sunny old, extremely humid Jacksonville in Florida. Well, you're Christopher. You're welcome to the show, Chris. Thank you for very much for being here. Florida is one of my most favorite places in the world to be. I love Florida. I can't wait to get back there. It won't be this year, sadly. I was hoping to get back there at the end of next month, but my dear wife's not strong enough to go to fly. The doctors won't allow her to fly, so I'm not going to be going to Florida without her. So that's the high and the low of that one. But Chris, you're welcome to the show. Um, are you on YouTube, Paul? I can't find you. Yes, Sue. Into YouTube in the search bar, type Paul Francis Medium. Now the thing about it is, Sue, you're already linked to the show, so I can't understand why you're not getting your invite through subscription. So come out of Facebook into YouTube at the search bar at the top, Paul Francis Medium. That'll bring you right back to the show. Make sure you hit that subscription button. Make sure you hit that little bell icon, and it will tell you every time I'm doing a show. Anne-Marie, it says Eben Alexander. Yes, indeed, Anne-Marie. I've read his first book. I've got his second book. I'm looking forward to reading that. Lisa says, just shared it again. Is it showing? No. I don't know why. It just says shared one. That's all it said. And it's only saying 7 of you have hit the like button. I need you all to hit the like button. Click that like button. Come on, guys. Yeah, Roger said he noticed that the sound had gone. There's Dawn. Dawn lives in the Anne. Dawn lives in Truro. I think I know Anne, says Dawn. Well, you should do. Get to know her. She's a lovely Anne. Dawn is the lady I was telling you about earlier, who makes all of the spiritual stuff, like the pyramids and a load of amazing stuff. And we're going to get Dawn's wares up on my website. Okay, I've said to Dawn, take a picture of everything and put a little price by it, and I'm going to have them displayed in my website very, very shortly. Catherine Johnson says hi. Good evening, Catherine. Anne-Marie, good evening. She said hi to everybody. Sue Vinnicum's now in YouTube. That's how quickly this moves. I'm only catching up with you guys. Hi, Anne. I think you went to school with my husband, an ex-brother-in-law. There you go. Small world, Cornwall. It's a small place, I'm telling you. Catherine Johnson says, find it. I'm getting good at this. Good on you, Catherine. Yes, can we add Olivia, my granddaughter, to our healing? Yes, absolutely, Anne. Absolutely, without any doubt. Angie Barrison's joined us. Angie, good evening. Come out of Facebook, Angie. Come and join us on YouTube. Where else are we going? I want to get down. Oh, thanks. Right, great. So now, here's what I want to talk about. I am starting a new system. Probably a good way of just describing what I'm about to talk about. And it's going to be called the Golden Circle. Okay. So everybody pay attention to me for a moment. Okay. I need you all locked in. I'm going to be starting a new session on probably on YouTube initially, called the Golden Circle. Now the Golden Circle is primarily based for focused healing energy. Okay, so imagine a healing book body in a physical sense or metaphysical sense. So the idea of the circle is this: the circle itself is going to be like a circle, but the idea being is it's a seat with a hole in the middle. Okay, so it's a seat, and so when I'm holding the sessions, you will see the circle appear. In the center of the circle, you'll see another orb appear. That orb will be the white light of love coming up through the center of the earth into the center of the circle, and it will create an orb. And the seat or the circle will go around that. Okay. Then I'll be talking you through this. I'll be creating this all with you guys. And then I'll be bringing down the white light of love and divine protection all the way through from the healing elements of the universe. And that will come down and form an outer circle. So you'll have an outer circle and an inner circle. Now, what we'll be able to do is I'll be calling in all the healing angels and all the healing archangels, etc. And we'll be able to put anybody we want onto that circular seat. So if you imagine that seat is, and we can place anybody all the way around that seat. Okay, so you don't have to think of it like a bus, and once the bus is full, it's full. No, because each of us will be part of that circle. That circle will be, we can put 50 people on it we want, and it doesn't make any difference because you're thinking of it in two-dimensional. The universe is not in two-dimensional, it's multi-dimensional. Okay, so what we'll be able to do is have the people that we want, like for example, Anne's granddaughter or Roger's daughter, we'll be able to have them in that circle, and they'll be having focused healing energy coming from the earth, focused healing energy coming from the universe, and healing energy coming from the angelic realm. And we will be absolutely focused. And as I've done this, and I've done this for people, I've done this for people without even telling them. Okay. And then I contacted them the following day and said, hey, did you experience anything last night? And one of the guys said to me, do you know what? I had a brain fog and it just lifted around about 8 p.m. And I went, yeah, that's when I was doing it because I was trying it out with different people. So the brain fog lifted off this person that I was dealing with. And this guy is a very top business person. So if this is somebody who thinks in facts and figures and it's working for them, imagine what it's going to do for people who actually believe in what we do. Okay. So I'm going to be starting that. So if you would like to be a part of the Golden Circle, then I need you to contact me. Okay. Now, the next part of this is I'm not going to leave this circle open for people to abuse, like these idiots that jump in who are pretending to be psychic. So it's going to be closed and then you'll be invited into it. And then once you come into it, you can then recommend somebody else who can come into it, and we'll build up the group that way. So it won't be open to the public. It'll be a closed circle initially, and then you'll be able to invite people into it. Okay. Now, the energy that's available in a system like this is phenomenal. Okay. And it really, really, really works. Okay. I've seen it happen firsthand. Now, I'm going to be doing this and I'm considering doing it on a Tuesday night. Okay. So if you are if you want to be a part of the circle, I need you to let me know about this. Okay. The Golden Circle, like in the Kingsman. No, the Golden Circle in the Kingsman. Oh yeah, that's right. The part of this Golden Circle. Yeah. There's also Knights of the Golden Circle, which um something else. But anyway, not all that stuff. The Golden Circle, right? Focused on, I'll smack your legs. So I will then go through how we do it again, and I will bring you all through it on a meditation state. We'll practice it a couple of times, and then we'll start working as a group. And the group can be, I want it to be worldwide. Okay, I want it to be a worldwide group, focusing energy, and we can also focus the energy into the earth herself and help to feed and fix Mother Earth. We can be doing it to specific countries to help the countries who are war-torn countries, and there's multiples of options. Primarily, what I'd like to do is focus on people who need it physically or metaphysically. So if you want to be part of that, then I really, really would like you guys to let me know, message me, and then become a part of it. And then you can invite your friends and family to come into it. Now, your friends and family, or even yourself for that matter, doesn't have to be there every single week if you don't want to be. That's okay. That's all right. Life is life. Okay. I understand that. There may be 1 or 2 weeks that I can't even make it. Okay. So somebody else can then, run the circle. But I really, really would like you guys to be a part of this. I'd like to start this possibly next week. So if you want to be a part of it, let me know. And we will get it going. So I'm thinking 7:30, 8 p.m., something like that. But I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to options, and I'm even open to ideas. So I never close to any options, open ideas, whatever. Okay. So I really would like to get that going ASAP. if you think 8 p.m. is far more plausible in the fact that you'll have had dinner, you're at that point now, then you'll be chilled out. Whereas the reason why I kind of chose 7:30 was it's not too late in the evening. All of the dinner kind of stuff is over with. You're at that point where it's pre shutting down for the night, if you know what I mean. Because when we finish these shows and events and so on, you go in, you go, right, because I can't relax until Spirit Quest is finished. I can't relax until Reach Across is done. Because I like to get things growing. I start building up the energies, and then at 8, 7:30, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I then take a deep breath. I let go of everything. Thank the universe and my angels, my guides, and my family for all of their help. Then I'm just add for the rest of the night. So um, I'm very, very open for you guys to come and help out. It's really great to see Anne in here now because I explained this to Anne today, and she's going to be a part of it as well. It'd be really good to specifically to help people. For Roger, for an example, Roger spends too much of his time helping everybody else and not fixing himself. So I've actually started sending healing energy to Roger to repair his fall. One of my dearest friends, my oldest friend since we were 14 years old, Colin, he fell outside his. He owns a business in where we come from in Ireland, and he fell and he had a nasty fall. And Colin's very like me; he won't give up. He has to keep going. So I've been sending energy to him for him to get strong. In Michigan, the time is 3:24. What is it your time? It's 8:24. Excuse me. Bit of dust. It's 8:24 here, so you are 5 hours behind us, Lisa. Excuse me for that. Sorry for that. And of course, I've come to. If I get tissue here, oh, tissue there. So you're 5 hours behind us, Lisa. Bless you. Thank you very much. Thanks, mate. Blessings, Roger. You never have to thank me, mate. You do it for everybody else. Time to take a little bit back and be open to healing, Roger. Be open to it. Don't be blocked off. You've got a tendency to be like that. So just Roger, when we're healing you, which we'll do next Tuesday night, as you'll be one of our first, I want you to sit still and just like open and imagine white light coming pounding into you, okay, from head to toe, forming like an orb around you, so you become inside the orb, which is full of the white light of love and divine protection. Outside of that orb will form a gold, like that. The gold will be focusing energy on you and focusing healing energy on you. The outside of that again will form silver, so a reflective, so it will reflect away all negativity, and the gold will just be completely, constantly pushing love, healing, strength into your body. All right. So what I want you to do is literally imagine you're in a sauna, sit back and just let it penetrate, and give up your negativity, give up your pain, give up your stress, give up your worries to everybody that sits in that circle. So I want them to do that. So that's how we're going to do it. I've just seen a message come up. Britain braces for Hurricane Nigel next week. Oh, goody. Great. Everybody send bless you. Thank you so much. Anne-Marie says, it's 12:24. It's my lunch. You're having a lunch break up with us. Where are you, Anne-Marie? Whereabouts in the world are you? I'm in Maui. Why did you rub that in? Says Marata in Maui. Yeah, thanks for that. So what time is it in Maui? It's amazing to hear that. Many hours am I from you? I don't know. What time is it in Maui? Oh, you're in Portland, Oregon. So it's 12:24. So you're 8? No, that can't be right. That cannot be right. You're not 8 hours behind us, surely. Bless your cotton socks, says Julie Sharp. Thank you. A bit dusty, but pitch black outside. and it's only 8:30. And I mean, I literally cannot see the house, which is about 300 yards from us now. It's that dark. So we're coming really, really quickly towards the end of the show. So listen, you guys, any more questions? What do you think of the idea of the golden circle? So give me some feedback. Any Q&A on the golden circle, please fire it through now. 9:27. I'm going to assume that's AM, Maratha. Is that 9:27 AM or PM? I don't think you're ahead of us. You must be behind us. It will be depending on what time you decide to have the circle. Tuesdays is not always easy. Tuesday's just a thought. It was just a thought. Can't do it Wednesday because Roger and Faye have their show, Latino Psychic Visions, on Wednesday night. Can't do it tonight, obviously, because I got my show tonight. Friday night, everybody's busy. So on Monday night, I've got Reach Across. So it'll either have to be Tuesdays or Sundays. Sundays is usually family time. So it really is leaning more towards Tuesday, isn't it? So I think all my options are being taken away from me here as I'm thinking about this, to be honest. But we got another week to think about it anyway. So yeah, join in when you can. I have friends in Wales, and he's about 10 hours difference, right? Okay, well, Wales is obviously the same time frame as we are here, Anne-Marie. So it's 8:30 in Wales at the moment. So work that out. Whatever time you are right now, it's 8:30 p.m. here as we speak, literally. All right. But let's put it together and make it happen when we can. Okay. We might do it once a week. We might do it once a fortnight. I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll do it together. All right. So, and I'm just because I can only do it on Tuesday nights doesn't mean the rest of you can't do it. I will welcome the healing, says Roger, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. your time, 8 p.m. my time. Perfect. No problem. Any more questions on the idea of the golden circle? And like I said, just because you can't make it one week and you can make it next week, fantastic. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Dawn saying, Roger, you're still in my healing bubble. So Dawn, if you can get a hold of Anne, then you can you guys can link up and see if you know each other. It's cool. Anne says, I'm tied up for a couple of months, but hopefully you can make it after. No problem, Anne. Not a problem. You can come and go. It's not an issue. We can make it happen. And obviously, Anne, we'd put you in the circle as well to be part of it. And then I'll help you outside anyway, because you can talk to me during the day. So I'll help you outside of that. Right. So we can start next Tuesday night and give it a shot, see what happens. That's the best way to do it. We'll see what happens. Okay. I've got a few more things happening, of which you guys will then be offered a place in the not too distant future. In about the next 6 weeks, I'm thinking. I'm not going to start any more projects while I'm going to be moving house again for the final time. Right, there we go, 8:30 p.m. Anybody got to, anybody any more questions for me? Got any questions for me? Just changing over my banner so you guys can see a different banner because I'm on TikTok as well. I'm on, well, actually all those social medias, I'm on all of them. Love those questions tonight about the NDE and the energy, what happens when we leave the physical. It is possible to leave the physical willingly, and that's years and years and years of training. So don't ever try it. Never try it on your own, ever. But it takes years and years and years of very focused training to be able to do that. Okay. where you can meditate, where you can lift yourself up out of the physical and actually go and visit places. It is feasible to do that. I've taught it to I've taught it to some students who were able to do what's called remote viewing. I think Anne actually did it. Actually, I'll tell you all a story. I'll share a story with you guys. I was really tough on Anne when I was teaching her. I taught them all the same. I taught all my students the same. They're all great, great, fantastic people. We had a great time. But one night I was doing a session, and I knew Anne was really good. I knew she was really good. She she's a wealth of information on her own, just on her own being. So one night I was doing, right, okay, we're going to do reads for everybody. We're going to do spontaneous reads like this here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, start, and you're just going to pick up, go with what you see, go with what you feel, and we were just doing that in the group. But previous to me saying that, I had literally put a big lead block between myself and Anne, a big block, solid block. So I said, okay, Anne, you're reading for me. And she went, oh, usual. So I went, go. And the first thing she said was uncross your arms. Go. And next thing she turned around, she went, oh my God, you git. My mom came through to her and she said, he's blocking you. She went, you're blocking me, you git. And I went, wow, okay, well done. And I lifted the block. And off she went. But that's how good she is. She was even able to tell me when I was blocking her. There you go. Anne says, I'll make it where I can. Great. Be great to see you, Anne. Aloha, Paul. A friend of mine had a dream about the devastating fires and with the losses of lives and wrote it down in her dream book. A few weeks later, the fires happened. Wow. I refer to those as a heads up. I call that a heads up. And that was obviously her friends and family in spirit letting her know, listen, something's going to happen. You really need to be on top of this. You really need to be become aware. And that's amazing that she accepted the information enough to write it down. That's really, really, that's amazing. And thank you for sharing that. So that's more proof that our friends and family can let us know that stuff's going on around us. Then it's equally important to understand that it's up to us to either act on it or 99% of the time we don't. Okay. The very same thing happened to me, weirdly enough, in a fire, but I didn't see it in a dream. I saw it actually happen. So I was in my bedroom in my house in Ireland, and I just saw this flame go up the wall and right along the top. And I'm thinking, that's not good. So I was only young, so I shouted for my granddad, and he came flying into the room, and he's, what? And it's just as I was about to say the fire, it just went poof. And I said, oh, there was there was a fire there. And he was checking everything for heat, and he said, there's no fire here, son. You were having a dream. And I was like, no, I saw a fire. And he said, it's not you. You've had a dream. Just go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep. A few weeks later, where my uncle was living, and he was living in flats, a fire went up the right hand side of the flats and right across the top, exactly as I had seen it. And they never really put two and two together. But I said, that's what I saw. The flame went up across, and they went, yeah, you were dreaming. There you go. Thanks for sharing that, Margarita. Marat. How do you pronounce your name? Phonetically, Marata? Is that it? Hopefully it is. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for your time, Paul. It's always appreciated. Hey, listen, you're more welcome. If you weren't welcome, I wouldn't do it. Julie says did it many years ago. Yeah, stay off the. I know you, Julie. I know you. She was gravely affected, and she could have done. Could she have done anything? Well, yeah. If she was affected by it, she could have. I mean, it's difficult. How do you say to people, "Listen, I've had this dream. You know, I've had this dream," and people are going, and then it happens. It's because in the world we live in today, which is it's a beautiful world, but it's filled with idiots. Some idiot will turn around and go, hang on a second, you said that was going to happen. Maybe it was you that started it. So you can't do right for doing wrong, or you can't do wrong for doing right. Sometimes you gotta really think. Anne was saying she was really worried about doing the review, and I knew she was, but it's weird today. If I say to somebody, "Oh, I'd really love a read," I go to a mind, body, and spirit fair, and they're coming along. Oh, you're Paul Francis, yeah. They go, and I go, I'd really love a read. They go, but you're Paul Francis. I know. I would like a reading. No, no, I'm not good enough to read for you. Why people think that, I don't know. I'm just a person like everybody else. I'm not there to test you. Just want a damn reading. Read. Shani's joined us. Hi, darling. You joined us right at the end. That was very mean. No, it wasn't mean, Anne, my darling. It wasn't. It was me testing you, okay? Because I knew you were at a place where literally you knew enough to get on with it. Because I always taught you guys, and I've always said, I will teach you everything I know, everything that I know, but you will become the medium you're going to be, not the medium I make you. I don't make you become a medium. It's like a mechanic. A mechanic can only fix the car once he's given the tools. Then he becomes the mechanic, and he becomes his own or her own mechanic. Okay. So I had given these guys all of the tools, and she was well capable. So I wanted to show her just how capable she was by testing her, and I put a block, boom, right between us, and she was able to pick up on the block. Enough said. Wasn't mean. I was teaching you, and you were really good, and you still are really good. Suzanne joined us. Suzanne Domovitz. Suzanne, welcome. Thanks for being here. You've come in right at the end of the show. You literally come in right at the end of the show. Marata. Oh, beautiful name. Thank you very much. Thanks for doing it phonetically. Anne says, I had a friend pass over. He wanted me to go and see his daughter and ask them to go and get their heart checked out. One of the hardest things to do, as I didn't know how they would take it. Yes, and completely understand that. Sometimes in a situation like that, you got to present it in a matter of fact way. You got to go, so such and such had passed over. Wouldn't be, you know what? These kind of things run in the family. It wouldn't be a bad idea to go and get a checkup. I would. Just, do you know what? What's the best thing you hear from a doctor? There's nothing wrong with you. Do me a favor, go and get a checkup, will you? Just do it as a matter of fact. And that's the best way, because people will take matter of fact as they find it difficult to go, oh, by the way, I was just been in contact with your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt. And they're going, what? I've just been in contact. They're telling me that they crossed with this and they need you to get a checkup. Most people will go, have you been smoking something? Trust me, many, many, many years of doing this. Now people come to me and go, oh, you're that medium, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Why are you going to take a piss? No. And they go, no, just interested. Yeah. How interested? What do you want to know? Do you want me to tell you when you're going to die? You see them go white. And I say, because I don't know. I'll never know. They wouldn't tell me that. Then they listen to me. We as mediums just have to deliver the mail. He listens to me. He listens to me, that Roger. He listens. You're the mailman. Deliver the mail. Don't read it. So we are literally a couple of minutes away from the end of the show. If you have any questions, then put them to me. I love answering questions. That's what I created Spirit Quest for, answering questions. The journey of life. We all learn together. Thank you, Roger, for always supporting me. If you guys are free on Saturday afternoon here in the UK, 4:30 our time, 4:30 UK time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I think it is Roger's time. This Mug's for You is Roger's show. Roger and his beautiful wife Faye. They have their show on Saturday called This Mug's for You. It's 4:30 in the afternoon for us. So usually around about that kind of a time of the day, we're not doing a lot. So lately I've been busy, but I always do my best to get onto the show when I can. It's a great show. It's very, very similar to this, and we all have chats, and Roger does the odd read here and there, and so on and so forth. And I support him absolutely, absolutely. So you guys got any more questions? Central Time for Roger and Faye. 10:30 Central. 4:30 GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, or London time, if you want to call it that. Right. If you've got no more questions for me, so we will, we'll aim to start on Tuesday. I will talk to everybody about it on Monday nights. I will get things rolling to see what I need to do to make it happen this side, and we'll do it. Thanks, mate, for the kind. You don't have to thank me for kind words, Roger. God, the amount of great things that you and your lovely wife say about me, and showing my books and so on and so forth. Roger's show is called This Mug's for You, as in a mug of coffee. This Mug's for You. That's on. It'll be on YouTube on here, and it'll be on Facebook as well. Marata says I can't make it until the following week. No problem. You make it when you can, my darling. Is the Golden Circle going to be a group meeting, call or YouTube like this? Well, it's going to be. I'm going to try and see if I can do it, because I think we can have YouTube but closed. Because I can make it closed and not open to public. Okay, so I can do it on YouTube. The reason I do it on YouTube is because everybody can link into it, but I can make it so you have to be invited into it to be a part of it. I can make it not public. But I will. The more I look at everybody on Monday night, exactly what's going to happen. So don't worry. This Mug's for You and Latino Psychic Visions is on Wednesday night. So Anne, if you're up late on a Wednesday night, I think I don't know what time of the night. It's late for us in the UK. You'll be able to jump in on Roger's show. And Roger, where do you hear her talking? She's got the most beautiful Cornish accent. She's speaking his here, see? She's got real dead Cornish accent, see? Here who are. She's lovely. I mean, I exaggerate her accent, but Anne, where do you hear Roger putting on accents? Honest to God. You'll be able, because you'll be invited into the group, Don, you'll all be part of each other, part of the group. All right. And however I do it, okay, whatever way I make it happen. If I do it here, if I do it on WhatsApp, or I don't know, I'll put it all together. So don't worry. I'll figure it out, which is the best way for it to happen. Don't worry, don't. But I'll make sure you know about it. Don't worry. Um, 10 p.m. GMT that's 10 p.m. here, and yes, GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time, or the same as London, our time, basically. Will be an honor to be part of the group, says Sue. Oh, bless you, Sue. It'd be fantastic to have you there. Okay, it'll be fantastic to have all of you there, because it'll all work. We work as a team. I'll orchestrate everything to get everybody in the right place, in the right frame of mind, doing all the right things at the right time, at the same time. I'll orchestrate it. But don't get any illusions. We are a team. We'll be working together like that. Okay. And the response is ridiculously good. Okay. You'll be able to see it. Right. I have reached the end of the show. I will take another question or two before we go, if you want to. I'm sure Becky will want to be involved. Absolutely. Get Becky involved, Sue. She'd be more than welcome. More than welcome.
Like the healing we did a few years ago. Yeah, but far more intense, far more focused. Any more questions, guys? Before I call it a day and go to bed. I got a long day tomorrow. I'm gonna be up and at it from first thing in the morning. I got meetings from I think 9:30 right through till about 10 tomorrow night. So I got a long day tomorrow. That's the way life is. I'm not moaning. I'm glad I'm in one piece to be able to do it. I'm happy. I love being busy. I love it. In fact, I hate taking a day off. Right. Since there's no more questions, I'm going to wish you all the absolute best. If you haven't already, please, please click the like button. And once again, share the show because more people learn about the Golden Circle, the better. Okay. So share the show out there with your friends and family, and especially your groups, and invite them to become a part of this. Because the more that we make this, the Golden Circle, a universal world global circle, the stronger the healing energy we can affect the world with. Okay. I've been in some healing groups where the results were phenomenal and very fast. Yes, exactly right. They are phenomenal. And especially if the recipient is knowing it's happening and open to it, they'll work even quicker again. Okay. I'm not sure whether I'm in Truro on Saturday or not, guys. So just give me a shout on Saturday morning and say, hey, listen, are you going to be in town later? And then obviously we can grab a cup of coffee and a yarn, bit of a chat. All right. That'll include you, Anne. You, Anne Orchard. Yeah, you. You can come into town and meet us for a brew. Why did I do that? Go on. I don't know. Roger, send all our love to your beautiful wife and to your her daughter, to your stepdaughter. Sending all our healing energy and all our love to you guys right now. Please, please, please get strong, get well, and we know we've got your back. Alrighty. Until I see you all again, don't forget, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Take time out every day. Listen to me. Take time out every day just for you. All right? Turn off your cell phones, turn off your mobile phones, turn off your house phones. Sit outside if it's possible and enjoy that peace and quiet and that beautiful sunlight. Turn the world off, and take time out every day just for yourself, at least 15 minutes a day. Okay. But don't forget, tell the people that who are part of your life and who are important to you just how important they are to you. Never leave it up to chance. I told my best friends last night, you know, from 16 to 60, it went like that. And I don't want to waste any more time not being in their lives. So until I see you all again, we can go poke around the cathedral. Actually, I quite like the cathedral. I love the energy in there. It's amazing. Until I see you again, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful day, wonderful evening. Take time out just for yourself and come and join me again on Saturday on Roger and Faye's show, This Mug's For You. And of course, if I don't see you there, I will see you Monday night for Reach Across Live with Paul Francis, 7:30 p.m. UK time, right here on YouTube. Take care of yourselves. Thank you, as always, for your support and love. And I'll see you all then. Good night. God bless.